And see, this gets real deep.
The primary objective in my campaign platform is to develop a comprehensive public health and safety plan.
I agree with that. But you can't walk away from 5 people dead.
And let New York deal with it. Because he got like 52 cases in New York City.
Buy black, bank black. The A is acquired assets.
They saying something about your memory bank, and I go, oh snap. Oh snap. The memories in the bank, we keep them for you.
What is up? What is up? What is up? It is 9:01 on a Wednesday night, and you are exactly where you need to be. It's your boy, Tonyjem, a.k.a. Mr. Why Not? Mr. Why Not? And this is Mansplainin. You know how we do each and every week. Ladies, we love it when you chime in. But fellas, this is our show. This is where we get to let some things off of our chest, get some things off of our mind, and get some things off of our back. This is where we get to be us. We want to talk, have dialogue about different things. That's what we're here to do. My people, as you come in, you know what I like for you to do. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what city and state you're chiming in from. We want to see how far these mansplaining arms reach. We want to reach from coast to coast, baby. So if you are watching, just let us know what city and state you are watching from. So that just lets us know where you are. Bronski Wade, what's up, fam? Iron say he chilling out there in Irondale, Alabama. What's going on? How was my birthday last Sunday? Hey, bro, I appreciate you for asking me that, man. Hey, I celebrated the Big 5-1 this past Sunday. So, Bronski, I appreciate you. I had a good time, man. I didn't do a whole lot. We don't do a whole lot for 51. So I appreciate you for asking. Other than that, hey, you guys, as you chime in, you know what I call you guys. You guys are the representatives. You represent the fashion of the truly gifted. That's what we do. That's what we do. And we're just going to keep it rolling, y'all. We're going to keep it rolling right now. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and add my guy in. My guy, you know, he rolls with me. He rolls deep with me. Each and every episode, we can count on him for a little humor. We can count on him to bring some poignant information in. We can count on him to always have something good to say. Let me knock on the door and see if my man is at the house real quick. Let's see how we're going to do this. Boom, boom, boom. Duckie boy, are you in the house? Are you in the house, Duckie boy?
No doubt, baby. What's up?
Oh, what's up, man? What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, man. Yeah, it's going great, man. How you doing?
Doing all right, man. We decided to do things a little bit different here.
Right.
A bit different here, man. So we're going to try to go ahead and kick things off. Tyrone Carr, good to see you, man. Good to see you straight out of the ham. Straight out of the ham. Good to see you. So yeah, man, what we want to do, we don't want to waste any time, man. We want to go ahead and just jump into the show. What we're talking about today, we got 2 things we're mainly talking about today. And primarily, first, we want to talk about the 3 cops that were arrested in Minneapolis following the George Floyd case. We're going to touch on that. And then we have a question. We have a question for the ladies a little bit, kind of for the ladies a little bit later on. We have a question like, what do women look for in men? And we want to say whether it's realistic or it's unrealistic expectations. So we're gonna touch on that as well. But so we can go ahead and get started. Hey man, if I call out these 3 names, most people will have no idea who I'm talking about. J. Alexander King, Thomas Lane, and Tao Tao. Now they might say, Tao Tao, that name right there, I kind of remember that name right there. But now, these 3 gentlemen are the 3 Minneapolis Police Department police that were on scene with Derek Chauvin at the time he was committing the crime of killing George Floyd. Tao Tao, Lane, and King were the 3 officers that was there with him. Now, what happened was they were all charged. With felony. They were all charged with the felony of depriving George Floyd his civil rights. while they were acting under government authority. That's a federal crime. And 2 of them got an extra charge. 1 of them didn't. Now, they all got the charge of depriving him of his rights because they did not give him medical attention. That's what it was based on. Nobody sought medical attention to help George Floyd while he was on the ground screaming and crying for his mama, saying they're gonna kill him. Nobody sought medical attention, so they all got convicted of that. But J. Alexander King and Tao, they got the extra charge of failing to intervene. All right. So now this jury of 8 women and 4 men took 13 hours to unanimously convict them. Now, to me, after watching that video, after everything that has gone on over the past 2 years since it happened, for it to take 13 hours for them to come with the verdict, does that seem a little extra to you? Don't you think they would have come up with a solution faster, a verdict faster than 13 hours?
Well, no, not really, man. If you think about it, they're asked to do a job as thoroughly and as sincere and genuine as possible. So it takes time to make sure they got everything lined up and everything is correct. You don't want a hung jury, and I know what we're looking for. We're looking for instant justice because one of our brothers got killed. But in all actuality, sometimes you never know. You never know what goes on in those jury, in the deliberating rooms and whatnot. So, 13 hours, yeah. I mean, but they're probably trying to figure out how they gonna stick it to them. You know what I'm saying? So, who knows what went on in that whole 13 hours? I don't think they were arguing about whether they was guilty or not, but maybe how would they stick it to them? I'm hoping that, but Then again, Tony, we are talking about a black man that got killed, and we know not to expect nothing smooth during this process. So yeah, it makes sense to me, man. It makes sense. But kudos to those jurors who did go ahead and found those guys dirty and guilty. They were there. They assisted. They didn't intervene. But then it's so crazy because the police are a fraternity, right? And they're taught to look after each other. And I guess what's the brother name? The light skinned dude.
That was J. Alexander King.
Yeah, he sounded like he got a black man. Man, he been catching hell since the incident went down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People approach him all the time. So I'm saying it's hard to say if you was a policeman, what would you have done in that situation? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you pledged allegiance to this fraternity to look after your comrades or whatnot. I'm not justifying what they did, but I expect them. They shit. Derek Carvin got them jokers messed up, man. That's all I have to say.
All right, so like I said, it was a jury of 8 women and 4 men, and the jury unanimously said that the offers inaction, their inaction is what ultimately led to George Floyd's death, which is basically what put them on the hook. Now Officer Tao claimed Now, if y'all remember, Officer Tao, he was the Asian gentleman that was standing there, and he was sitting there telling the crowd to go to stand back. Now, he said he was focusing on the crowd and did not realize that George Floyd needed medical assistance.
Dude, it was people in the crowd telling him. Yeah, dude, y'all killing that man. And he turned around and looked and everything, but they was telling him, hey, man, look, that dude died. That dude died over there, man.
Now, into what you were just saying, Officer J. Alexander King, well, it's K-U-E-N-G, it's Cooing, but it sounds like King when they say it. It's Cooing, J. Alexander Cooing. He was the one, he was the new officer, the new trainee. He was the one that was holding George Floyd's feet. All right. So now he argued that Chauvin was his training officer, and he trusted him. But he also stated that the Minneapolis Police Department failed him because he was not trained on how to intervene in a situation like that. Well, hell, he was still in training. Hell, they might have got to that. They didn't get to that day. That was going to be tomorrow.
He got screwed.
That was going to be tomorrow.
Oh, dude, yeah. Hey, man, so sorry. We supposed to get on that first thing in the morning.
Hey, tomorrow. That's tomorrow. We were going to train you on how to get out of this situation tomorrow, but it's too late. You're already in trouble now. And now Thomas Lane. Now Thomas Lane, he is the one that did not get the extra charge of failing to intervene. Why? Because he actually suggested to Chauvin that he turn Floyd over. He was the one he suggested, but Chauvin said no. So he did try to intervene and say, you need to flip him over. So he did not get that extra charge of failing to intervene. But now all three claim that they did not know how serious it was until they rolled George Floyd over. But like you said, the jury said, watching the video, everybody in the crowd knew they were watching a man being killed. Yeah. How did y'all not know this?
Wait a minute. And on top of that, Tony, did they not hear George Floyd himself and what he was saying? And how he was reacting?
Yeah. This dude literally was crying, screaming bloody murder. He was literally screaming bloody murder.
And that dude called for his mother, man. He called for his mother.
That hit everybody's soul, man, when they heard that. That hit everybody's soul when they said, Jeremy Dunlap, shout out to you. That hit everybody's soul, man, when they heard that man call out for his mama, who was already dead and gone. His mama was already passed on. He calling out to her. Come on. But now let me ask you this: being that these officers are now being charged with felony crimes, now from what I understand, they can get an estimated 2 to 4 years in prison for this. However, this is federal. They still got to go through state. They still got to go through a state court for aiding and abetting in the murder of George Floyd. That trial is set to start sometime in June. So they're looking to get 2 to 4 years from federal time for this, but state might stick it to them. State might stick it to them for 10 years or so. 8 to 10 years.
They probably end up doing something like realistically,
like 6 years.
6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Then come up and hopefully George Floyd's family will be like, no, you guys are not getting out on parole. No. Hopefully they show up all the way. It's crazy.
Let me ask you this: what message, since that happened, what message do you think is being put out there with these convictions to the police? What message do you think is being conveyed to everybody?
To me, I bet you the police are saying, look, guys, you got to find another way to do that. They're not saying stop doing that because it's part of their MO is to hunt down black men and do that to us anyway. But they're telling them, you guys are getting caught now, and it's getting to the point due to technology. It seems like it's happening all the time. And the people, we already saw the people ain't going to put up with that. Hey, you're not guilty and all that shit. Them days are over. You guys gonna have to become examples, like what I'm saying. So they gonna have to fry a couple of more police officers in order for it to resonate with the rest of the force across the nation. You know what I'm saying? So it's serious business, man. They have to do something about that because all them dash cams and all that body on camera. Oh, dude. Man.
Yeah, I feel like what you said. I feel like police are kind of being put on notice that if you stand around and watch your colleague violate somebody's civil rights or violate somebody, you know, in a way that's against the law, then you're gonna be held accountable too. So it
That's so crazy.
ups the chances of them stopping one of their colleagues from going off deep end.
Right. That's sad, man. It's in 2022. We still got plenty of this going on, and then you know when you think deeper, George Floyd is just one incident. You know what I'm saying? Out of many.
Right.
Think about the ones that didn't make it to national headline.
So
You know what I'm saying?
So many that didn't make it.
Man, do we? It seems like we still getting hunted like game and whatnot. Like you know, I already seen like sometimes that them white boys that are just like super amped up about this race war. They're already seen they too excited anyway about all this. In 2022, they're waiting on the word from somebody to say, okay, you guys got the permission to go out there and kill black people like you want to. Man, they're gonna get their guns. They already got all the ammunition and whatnot. They're ready for this race war.
Yeah,
that hatred runs deep here in the United States of America.
That's one thing I always say. As much as black people think they can whoop every white person walking the face of this earth, as much as we think, because let's be honest. Every black person that's tuned in, watching right now, if you encounter a white person head on, you're gonna swear up and down you can whoop them because you black. You're gonna swear up and down you can whoop them because you black. I'm just telling the truth. But what you don't realize is these people been hunting and training and stuff like that since they were 3 years old. Blood don't scare them. Cutting people and shooting don't scare them. They ain't afraid to take a life. They've been doing it since they were 3. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't ready for that, bro. We ain't ready for that. And even if it ain't, I don't care how black you is, you cannot knock everybody out just because they white. You can't. I've seen some white boys give it to some brothers. I've seen some white boy do a brother bad.
Man, look, you know, I'm prior service, dude. I was in the Navy, so you know, I had to live in close quarters with them white boys, man. All of them ain't punks.
No,
I agree with you on that. All of them ain't punks, and then you got to remember, they grown men just like we are. So you know, if they choose, they strong too. They get the same, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them motherfuckers be strong as hell too, and then they can take a lick. Man, you can run over a white boy with a car.
Hey, one of my boys called him hard face. He said they all got hard faces. I think so. They can take a punch, boy. They can take a punch.
Man, listen. I ain't even talking about that, but dude, they can take a lick, man. Them jokers get right back up.
Yeah.
They don't be ready to fight. When they get back up, they be like, come on, buddy, do it again. Come on, do it again, buddy.
Come on.
Yeah, you be like, you crazy, motherfucker.
Is he serious?
It be dead ass serious, man.
Yeah, serious. Man, I'm glad to see that justice is being served even post life for George Floyd. I'm glad that justice is being served where people are having to answer for the have to suffer consequences for the stupid shit that they do, bro.
Right.
Out there in a position of authority. Hey, what y'all think about that out there? If you watching right now, what do you think about that with the George Floyd situation? What do you think about that right now? What's that? Nina Taylor's? Oh, she said. She was asking, was it live right now? Yes, Nina Taylor, it is live right now. We are live right now. This is man. Right. You're live. Let me see. Dunlap says, Melvin, you put me on my ass in the birthing 94.
I had to show you I love you.
Hey, But the thing, but I mean, anybody else got any comments about that? What do you think about the Chauvin, the George Floyd trial? These three officers that stood by and did nothing to stop are finally having to answer for their inaction, and police are not being able to just get away with allowing one person to go down, and we didn't do nothing, so you know our hands are scot free. But you're in a position of authority, and people look to you. What's their motto? What's their mantra? To protect and serve. Okay, to protect and serve these. You know what I'm saying? To protect and serve.
Oh,
So
God.
a lot of people don't feel that protection, man. A lot of people don't feel that protection, but they feel like they be getting served though. They they feel like they be getting served. That's for sure.
Man, do you realize the police was implemented into society for black men? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To patrol us. That's the whole purpose of establishing police precincts, different districts, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You can focus on one area trying to. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry.
Get it out.
I
Get
need to
it
burp. I
out.
need to burp. I lost my thought. What was I talking? Where was I?
I don't know what your thought was going to be.
Damn, dude, my stuff. But man, they implemented that to watch us back in the days when we were slaves. Like they'll make sure we didn't like try to escape, or if they saw us walking around certain parts of the night. That was their way to catch us, lynch us, and you know do all that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm saying that to say this, Tony. My shock value has diminished when it comes to this police brutality.
Yeah.
I will say though that sometimes I'm shocked that it's still happening. Like, damn, like this is really, it's some real hatred, generational hatred. And then I think about it. This is what their grandfather taught their father. This is what their great grandfather taught their grandfather. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I get
They was
exactly.
they was taught this hatred, man, and it's still going on now. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is when that old way of thinking continue to die out because this new generation they're a little bit more distant from that way of thinking than perhaps white guys my age, our age are. I wonder if the shift is going to turn to ease up on it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
I think
actually
it will. I mean, you know, the numbers are dwindling by the years, where the majority is not the majority like it used to be once upon a time. So that's so
what you mean? What you mean by that?
you all right, I'm talking in regards to the fear of extinction.
Oh, the white man is shrinking
Yeah,
as far as numbers.
yeah,
They're becoming a minority. Their
yeah,
race is being eradicated right in front of their eyes.
right.
That's that's the purpose of a lot of this crazy shit that's going on the planet right now. They know their days. They know this.
Hmm.
They're not going out like that. But go ahead, finish saying what you were saying.
But no, I was just saying that I think that contributes to a lot of the angst that they already had, the angst that they already had against black people, against black men, or whatever the case may be. And then you get to the point now where our race is being erased because our women are loving the men that we so hate. Our women our women out there loving on the men that we so hate. So, and by them doing that, that's eradicating us. That's getting so we gotta serve. I gotta serve it, bro. I gotta serve it because your race is serving my race.
But you know what though, Tony? I say as far as that's concerned, as far as them the white boys realizing that their numbers are dwindling, it's deeper than the police force and what they're doing to black men. That's such a problem for them people like Bill Gates and them had to get involved, you know, and create a pandemic that's gonna wipe out a lot of people, you know. And I'm not getting off subject, but this guy just said last week, hey, y'all better be looking out for another. He said
Yeah.
something else is coming.
Something else.
It ain't COVID. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same protocol for it though, you know. But it ain't COVID. He said he almost 100% guaranteed we gonna see another epidemic.
I believe we'll see another one. Look at me, I believe. I feel like a Porky Pig. I believe. Hey man. So well, to basically sum that subject up, man. I'm just glad to see that something is being done. Most people forgot all about this because they saw Chauvin went to jail and they were happy with that. That's it. We ain't got to think about this no more. But no, there were three other men. You know, that's got to go to trial, and they've already been convicted federally. Now we got to see if they're going to get convicted by the state. So I'm just glad to see something being done.
I am too. It's something that's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just sitting around and, you know.
Right.
You know, it's always better than something. But I'm tired. Like, it seems like there's just a normal cycle. They do it. We march, protest, get a little justice, and then we get quiet and go back in our cubbyhole. But nothing has changed.
Right.
Nothing. You see it. Because, see, you know, they gave that lady who shot that young man in the car?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just sentenced her, man. She just got sentenced.
I can't think of that now, but yeah.
They gave us some hard time. Yeah, she got it. So
I'm glad to see it.
Very glad to see it. Oh my God.
Hey, I tell you what. I want us to try to kind of parlay over to our next subject. But before we get to that next subject, let's take a quick little music break. And we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this particular subject. We'll talk about this particular subject right here.
What subject is that, brother?
That subject right there. What do you think about that right there?
Oh, gosh.
What do women look for in a man? And is it realistic? We want to talk about that. We hear all these different things that women say that they want in a man, right, and whatever have you. But we're going to talk about that a little bit and talk about some things that we've heard or we hear from day to day about what women say they want in a man. And we'll just try to talk about it and see if we think it's realistic or not.
Yeah. And
please chime in. So we'll take this little quick break and we're going to be right back. We're going to take this break with my man, YN3, Dance No More. Let's get it doing. I said, get it doing. Right. Get it going. Can we get it going?
Let's go, baby. Man.
There we go.
Attention. We got the bad boy of both. You ready? Is you ready? Here we go. People don't dance no more. Let's go. All they do is this. All they do is this. Say the people don't dance no more. All they do is this. You in the crib, low enough. What you about to do? If I get up, you and I been long enough. Get out the crib, it's time to pick it up. Hey, this is a new world, and it's time to reset. Show me a new place. You gotta do better than that. So turn around. Gotta lift that thing off the ground. Gotta back that thing on up. Gotta show me what you got right now. Hey, people don't dance no more. I said the people don't dance no more. What they do? All they do is this. All they do is turn around.
People don't dance no more, baby. They showed up. People don't dance no more.
Man, boy, I went to a club the other night, man.
Yeah.
With nobody on the dance floor.
People don't dance no more. I want to send a couple. Go ahead.
I mean, we was growing up, man. The dance floor was where you wanted to be at.
Where you wanted to be, bro. In the middle of the dance floor.
That's where all the girls were.
Bruh. Even at the skating ring. People didn't go to the skating ring to skate. They went to the skating ring to go to the middle of the floor and dance.
And still them flats of bagels, they used to let us bowl in.
Yeah, I remember that.
Go there with your regular shoes. And walk out with some new fries.
Man.
But what you was about to say, man?
Hey, man. What was I about to say? All right. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to shout out YN3, man. YN3 for the music, man. And let everybody know that that here on Mansplainin, we want to promote everybody. You know, we get interviews for people with Black-owned businesses. And we want to highlight some artists and everything. So if you have some music and you want the music to get pushed, hit us up. Hit us up. Let us know. Send us a link. And we'll let you be our bumper music in between sets. So we'll get a chance to introduce you to the world and let everybody know what you sound like. See what you got, everybody. Right. See what you got.
We don't mind. One of our missions is to, like, if you're a Black entrepreneur, artist, or whatever, we want you to use this platform as a vessel.
We want this to be your platform.
We want you to come on here and tell your business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want to expose you guys and whatever it is you have going on. I don't care if it's food trucks, salon, landscaping business. Who cares? An IT firm. Who cares?
Right.
Come out here and put it out there so we can support. We do support Black owned because that's the first step into getting our shit together, man. Because we're gonna have to take that $1 trillion that we spend every year.
Yeah.
We have to take some of it and throw it back toward us and ourselves. So,
got you.
Yeah.
All right, a couple of shout outs I want to give before we move on to the next topic. D Swans, thank you for tuning in. Sharon Dixon, Corey Dixon, glad you tuned in. Willie Rudolph, good to see you tuning in.
Rudolph.
Oh, Willie Rudolph. Miss Nina Taylor, good to see you tuning in. Crystal Jemison Brazil. CJB, good to see you tuning in. Miss Mary Johnson, good you tune in. Miss Carolyn Campbell, good to see you tuning in. Miss Loretta Clark, oh my God, Loretta Clark, good to see you tuning in. And Donald Stoves, good to see y'all tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in for Mansplaining. Thank y'all for tuning in for Mansplaining.
Thanks very much. Yeah, y'all like and share and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching on Facebook, I want you to make your way over to over to YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can make sure you get a notification each and every time we do a video, so you'll know when Mansplaining is live, baby. So you can come check us out. So our next subject: what do women look for in a man, and is it realistic? Now, this list that we have right here, this list that we have, are just some things that I've seen women post on Facebook. These are not my words. These are words that I've seen women post on Facebook. I want a man that's this. I want a man that's that. I want a man that does this. I want a man that does that. So what we want to do is we want to go down a list of
the infamous list of demands that women have for men.
Right.
You remember last week I said who has the longest list of demands in a relationship?
Yeah, you
man
did.
or the woman.
You did. It's always
our demands be about this tall on a piece of paper. Women. Oh, they got a journal. They got a journal for this. So go ahead, man. Finish. It should be crazy.
What do women want in a man, and is it realistic? Okay, so we're talking about people. We're talking about dating women that are single, that are out on the dating, down in the dating pool, and we all know it's some pee in the dating pool. It's some turds in the dating pool and everything. So, but that's the pool you got to be in. You know, hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right, so if you're women who are looking for men, and they looking for certain characteristics, certain things in a man. Now, before we say what these things are, first we have to quantify the amount of men that we're talking about. First, we have to quantify the amount of men that we're talking about. Now, roughly, and I did look this up, I don't remember the exact number, but roughly, there are like 100 million men over the age of 21 in the United States, over the age of 21, roughly.
Damn.
Roughly, okay? So, over the age of 21. So now, these are things that we're going to eliminate. Now, guys that are married, they got to come off. Okay, so they're not in your search. Guys that are in jail, they have to come off of your search because they're not, well, you know, some of y'all women, all right. So normally they come off of your search. Guys that are not your race. Sometimes women, they only want to date their race. That will come off of your list. Guys that are gay guys, homosexual guys, those come off of your list. Okay. And what we call the players, the guys that are not interested in marrying, they just play in the field. So those have to come off your list. So that narrows down
about 12 guys in the United States of America. Shit.
And 3 of them live in Kansas. All right.
3 of them.
So that significantly drops the number of men that you're choosing from. Now there's one. The first one that I'm going to start off with is going to eliminate a lot of men too. Height. Women have a height requirement. Most women have a height requirement. Most women feel like a man that is they want a man that's 6 foot and above. They really don't want men that are 5'9" and below. All right. So men that are 6 foot, and above, 6 foot and above men, those are roughly 16 to 18% of the male population. So you automatically eliminated 84 to 86% of all the males available. All right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. All right. So here's the first one. Women want a man that the women want a man that's going to talk to her about everything, talk about his feelings, talk about everyday things, just like a best friend would do. Is that realistic, Duck, to have a man that's going to talk to you about everything and pour it all out and leave, like you're his best friend and tell you everything that he does or has done?
Okay, I don't think that's realistic.
You don't think it's realistic? You don't think that Ray Reynolds said nope. Ray Reynolds said nope. That's not realistic.
Man, for one, we always got to remember, women are still women, no matter how tough they are or how tough they try to act. They're still women. They're still sensitive, and I'm saying that to say, a lot of them can't handle real, truthful conversations without getting in their feelings. Mm-hmm. That's why they say it's not good to tell your wife everything. You should. You want to,
right? But
it might be wise not to, because no matter, like I say, how tough they appear, they'll get caught up in their feelings, and then it's gonna be some. How many arguments I got into that's hypothetical? Yeah. Because we just brought up a scenario that could happen, and then the argument is serious about a potential scenario that ain't never happened. But we caught up in that scenario because
what if?
yeah.
And those questions, and oddly enough, that's not an anomaly. Meaning, that's not just one woman who asks that kind of question.
Yeah,
Most
it's
women
right.
ask those kind of I'm not stereotypical, but those type of hypothetical questions, and
Yep.
they're outlandish. They're like, and men don't get it because we are logical thinkers. But those are emotional questions.
Yes,
Those are
yes.
questions to spark emotion, and they're not logical questions to us, so they don't make sense.
And then sometimes they're not to be trusted with all that information, man. Don't you know? If you sit up there and emptied your clip of thoughts into a woman all the time, they can weaponize that against you. You know what I'm saying? Because they know
Mm,
everything about you. Strength lies in a man when he has something sacred to him that, you know what I'm saying, nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself, you know,
Ray,
so
Ray Randall said, very true, Duck. They can't handle our truths and our
they can,
struggle, our
they can,
vulnerability.
they can.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I wrote a poem about a man being vulnerable. I'll tell people one day. It's about a man being vulnerable and why men won't be vulnerable. I wrote a poem about that. But yeah, I agree. I agree. We can't talk to you like you're our best friend because there's certain things. Because if you do, I'm sorry, there's certain things that you can tell your boy, and he'll be like, "Oh man, that's messed up." Whatever. Hey, that's all right, man. You'll get past it. But if you tell your girl, she look at you completely different. She look at you completely. It ain't just, "Oh, that's messed up." Hey, let's get past it and go. It's a whole. It's a whole aftermath that you have to deal with after certain things that you talk about. You can't just talk about the subject and leave it alone.
It's realistically thinking about the whole situation. Um, Instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna talk to her like a best friend, that means you do it as much as you can. Like instead of giving her 100% of the truth all the time about everything, she can live, and y'all probably can live with you telling her maybe 60%
Mm-hmm.
of what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You know, just to plant them seeds in her mind and then just leave it alone. I don't think I don't think 100% communication just, hey baby, guess what? Today at 12:05 I did this and this and that. And then
Right.
at 12:07, this and that, this and that, no man, that's
But that's how they talk with their friends. Though. Well, that's how I witnessed some women talk to their friends, talk about every moment of their day.
yes, of course, because um
They talking to each other every moment of the day.
oh man, I had somebody just text me something and I just totally got
It's
thrown
all
off track. But no man, they don't you can't tell them everything, Tony. There's just facts. You want to tell them as much just so they don't say, hey, you don't communicate with me or you don't talk to me. You don't want to just leave them out in the cold. But, and man, I've got no arguments for being for talking like a best friend. You know what I'm saying? Don't let
mm-hmm.
it be something that they agree with morally. Like if you say, hey, um, you know, I did this today. I did this, such and such at work did this to me today and I reacted such way. She may not believe in the way you reacted, and have a problem with
Yeah,
with that. You know what I'm saying?
you
So
should have did.
sometimes, yeah, you shouldn't have did that. You should have did that, and then that becomes a problem. Now y'all arguing about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not wise. You can't tell them everything because some things are meant to be left to the imagination. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So,
All right. So
yeah.
okay. So how about this one? Women, I've witnessed women say this. Women don't want a man with kids, even if she has kids, because men with kids are selfish. Is that a
Mm,
realistic outlook? Is that unrealistic for her to think that uh, that is fair for her to look for a man without kids because men with kids are selfish?
that's a great question. And I have to say this. See, there are times now, the way society is shifting, that the shoe is on the other foot now. You know,
Mm.
back in the days, we used to have to worry about, we had to adjust to the women with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember growing up, guys used to be like, man, I ain't talking to no girls that kids. Because it was sort of taboo when we was growing up until, you know, it became a fad to
Mm.
have kids, right? You know, different people and whatnot. So now, you know, we can't even, when we approach a girl, we already saying to ourselves, okay, she got kids, and I got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? And but now, if a man have them, it's a problem.
I
You know
don't
what
get
I'm saying? Like, you know why? Because we're not selfish. They are. They be wanting all the attention and everything. And see, they look at them kids as competition. You feel?
exactly competing for your attention.
Yeah, they look at them kids, man. I done lost two girls, man, because one of them told me a couple of years ago I was too into Deuce and Dylan. When they
Wow.
call, yeah, when they call, you jump up. You know what I'm saying? Whenever they call, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that is so crazy. You damn so right. But in the same breath, Tony, she does the same thing for her old ass kids. Them motherfuckers, oh, they grown.
Right. Right. Most of them will jump through a brick wall if they try to call them. So you don't you think it's unrealistic to have that standard? Because
Uh,
how many dudes you know that at our age, how many dudes you know don't have kids?
I mean, I know they don't,
That don't have kids.
and that number is so low. You know, for every for every 20, 25 dudes I know, maybe one doesn't
ain't
have any.
got no kids. So the likelihood that she's gonna meet a dude with no kids and be okay with her having kids, and I mean, if I think it's a bit unrealistic to think you can find them. I mean, yeah, there are some guys that don't have kids, but like you said, that number is so small. The likelihood that you're gonna find a man that's got some age and experience to him that don't have kids already is probably probably very slim.
Them
Probably very.
kids, them kids, as you but they we can't come off selfish, Tony. I can see why they call that selfish. Because they then too, check this out. A man who got his kids all the time, guess what that means as well? Yeah, I ain't got money like that to be tricking off on you like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to be,
I feel you on
yeah,
that. I
you know,
definitely feel you on that.
I can't, it ain't the fact I'm broke. It's just that my money got to go. I don't have enough money to take care of me, myself, my kids, and trick.
Tyrone said me.
See,
Tyrone,
my girl,
but
my
Tyrone would be in the
girl.
low number of guys that don't have kids.
Oh yeah, see, that's one out of 25. I can name 25 dudes I know they got them before we can find another dude that don't have kids.
They love to see you coming, Ty. Hey, ladies, that's an eligible bachelor right there. My man Ty Carr. My man Tyrone Carr. Y'all need to holler at him. He ain't got no
I mean,
kids. He probably got a
okay.
pocket. He probably got a pocket full of money and needs something to blow it on. Hey Ty, you got a pocket full of money looking for something to blow it on.
Hey man, like I told you, the tide is turned, Tony. See, them women be complaining about them dudes, you know, got them children, and see, that's competition for them, man. You know, back in the day, we used to be like, man, I love her, but man, she got too many damn kids.
What life said, she got kids. All right,
God,
so let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. All right. Let's go to the next one. All right. So you got women who want a man that's gonna treat her like a queen every day.
right.
Is that realistic or unrealistic?
Okay, they want a man that's gonna treat them like a queen every day.
queen every day. Can I let me put a caveat. Let me put a caveat out there. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. I think if you put a woman on a pedestal, eventually she's gonna start to look down at you.
Mm,
If you
okay.
constantly put her on a pedestal, eventually she's gonna start looking down on you.
Yeah, big time. They'll try you then. You know, the age old saying you can't be sweet to everybody because they start making it looking like you sweet and you something to play with. So now
Mhm.
back as far as treating them like a queen every day, it's my intention to spoil my woman. It's my intention to do that, treat you like a queen.
Mhm.
Once again, here's where the ball get dropped with men and women. No matter what you guys are doing in a relationship, it take action from both sides. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be treating you like a queen all the time, you best believe you're gonna be acting like a queen all the goddamn time.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just not gonna be simple. It's a difference between doing that and simping. You know what I'm saying? Like
You treat her like
I'm
a
not.
queen, as long as she treating you like a king.
Yeah, it's supposed to be reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be treating you like a queen and you treat me like the court jester. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be happy because you're talking to me, so I tolerate that. And then I'm a man. I'm supposed to complain about how you treat me because then that'd be like a punk. I'm a man. Oh hell no, man. That's the crazy. That's the craziest way of thinking ever, man.
All right.
Hell,
All right. What about this one? Women want a boss, someone with money, power, and respect. But somebody with money, power, respect, and social status. But they expect that man to be faithful. Is that realistic or unrealistic?
nah, man, it's not realistic. Ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all this: if a brother doing good for himself, if a brother's doing,
There's
it ain't the
a
dude
lot
that
of
you
women
gonna
after.
worry
It's a lot of women after him.
about. Them women be on your ass when they
There's a lot of women after that dude right there.
Hey, he don't have to put in no effort. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Well, it'd be other women more than it'd be that quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, other line, yeah, you know. I mean, you know, hypothetically speaking, more linemen than it is a quarterback. But no, man, you can't. It's so sad because once we realize that it's just a two-way street, we'll be better off. And then you gotta remember how the chick was raised. You know how they was raised. Like if her father used to give her money all the time, spoil her, and let her get away with shit and all that.
That matters. That matters.
That matters. She gonna think that you supposed to put over there. It's just, you know, that's how they end up back home so early after they get married. Because
Hmm.
when it get real, when that marriage get real,
Yeah.
oh man, like you said last week, the sisters opt out. No, I can't do this. We need to get a divorce.
Right.
No, I ain't gonna
I
do
feel
this.
you. I feel you. Shout out Kwamisha Martin. Shout out to Kwamisha Martin. Thanks for tuning in. Um,
Hey, Kwame,
I feel you. Now this one right here, I've seen this one, but I get it. I get it. Women want a man that makes six figures. Is that realistic? I think I think it can be realistic. Um, Not ultimately realistic, but it can be.
you think it can be?
I think it can be, but the second part to that is they want a man that makes six figures, but they want that man to also have lots of time to spend with her.
It's sad the way things are set up these days. If you're gonna get the nice house, nice cars, and you know gonna make all that money, you're gonna have to be dedicated to your job. And the sacrifice
Hmm.
is with men who have that type of schedule, sacrificing See, those are the guys that are great providers for the family, but they don't have no time for the wife. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because they're always working. And so then, instead of some women understanding that, they start tripping. You know what I'm saying? Forgetting the fact that, hey, this man put me up in the $500,000 house and this and this and yada yada yada. You know, that goes out the window. Um, and brothers ain't making no goddamn. Everybody ain't making that type of money, Tony. You
We
know what I'm
got
saying? You got some good dudes out there, but they're not making
true.
that type of. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of times a lot of women end up not being married because of the unrealistic goals they set.
I agree with that, and I'm going to piggyback on that. Kendre, a man is going to treat a woman how he feels about her. I agree with that. I agree with that. And a lot of times, but the thing is, a lot of times women can't tell how you feel because they think you feel one way, but you might actually be feeling another way. So it leads them. That's why they always have that question: what are we? What are we doing? What they need that definition on it to understand how they fit with you. And if they don't have that definition, it's hard for them to grasp what are we doing.
That's so crazy. What are we doing? We're enjoying each other's time. We're spending time with each other. And when we do get together, we make great love and we have a good time. And we go places, we do things. What the hell are you making? Why create a problem?
Ray said, what are those? Are you saying what are those women offering? Are you saying what? Okay, here you go. There we go. What are these women offering in exchange for their requirements, such as six figures? Now, and this is what I was going to say on that. I kind of
Walk,
understand that.
walk up.
Yeah, maybe not the six figures, but a high earner, because by nature, women are hypergamist. Women are hypergamous by nature, and hypergamy basically means you're attracted to somebody that has stuff. You're attracted to wealth. You're attracted to somebody that's affluent. That's your attraction to them. That's what hypergamy is. You're attracted to somebody that has a better means than you. So women by nature are hypergamist. So I get why they want a man that makes six figures, but it's not always realistic that you're gonna get a man that makes six figures. But
But you know what? Man,
what's
I've
that?
met a lot of sisters. Let me tell you though, I gotta give sisters their credit. It's not all about hypergamy with a lot of them. I talk to a lot of sisters. They don't need the man that make all that money and shit like that. As long as
Mhm.
that dude get up, got some sort of hustle, get up every day and ain't sitting on his ass, go out there and go to work and got some income and bring something to the table.
Exactly.
You know,
You remember what
and
I
and
said last?
huh?
No, I was gonna say, you remember what I said last week, but go ahead, because now I just forgot what I said last week. Go
Hey boy,
ahead.
you know what time it is, though, bro.
Yeah.
Um,
It's time to get ready. It's time to get ready to wrap it up. I did want to hit a
but
couple more points.
okay. But all women ain't are hypergamous, man. They I talk to some sisters, man. They just want a man. They'll say, hey, I take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like they just want a man. They just want a man. Somebody to wake up with, want the companionship of a man. The conversation, the scent. You know what I'm saying? So some women are attracted to that. I know some guys who ain't. See, this is why I tell you things are so parallel with each other. I know more hypergamistic men probably now than I
But
do women.
I know some guys like that, but it's not natural. It's not a natural thing that a man looks for a woman to take care of him. They do it, but it's not a natural man thing to do. It's not a I don't I, no, it's not a natural man
Women
thing
say
to
it again. Wasn't that a natural man thing to do?
being a hypergamist, looking for a woman with more affluence to take care of you.
No, not to take care of me.
Well, that's
But
right. Yeah.
yeah, some dudes. That's another thing.
I mean, now dudes want a girl with the bag. Yeah.
Not so they can get in the bag.
Or
That
keep her
reduces the
out
chick
his
from asking him keep her out of his pocket. You know, that's what the guys who be telling me. You know, when they
I can go with
and then just like chicks say, I don't want to mess with that broke nigga, and they ain't got nothing to offer and all that. Little do they realize we say the same thing about them. You
That's
know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true too.
I don't want
You gotta listen
no
to
chick.
she getting it because she gonna want it
Yeah.
from you. Kendra said there are men out there that are highly successful and faithful, and disciplined men can be faithful. But if he has no control, then yes, he can step out. And when you have money, power, and respect, that kind of goes along with the ability to do that. Kind of goes with that. Not saying they have to do it, but the frequency of it being available to you. It's just like you think your girl is do you have an understanding of how much your girl has to deflect other guys every day to stay faithful to you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She has to
Look.
deflect guys every day. She got to deflect at least 100 guys every day, 7 days a week.
Look. That's why men can't be sensitive about that. I used to tell mine, I used to be like, girl, look. She used to say, what she used to say? You just don't know, guys being on me all the time. I said, look, baby, I'm a guy. I'm a guy. I know how often I hit on women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It could be anywhere, 5 in the morning, Walmart, and they got that bunny in their head with the rollers on. They ain't think nobody was gonna be in there. Yeah, I'm hollering. Hey, baby, how you doing? Yeah, you know, but no, real shit. We will holler at a woman anytime, any place. So I get that, but I always used to try to pound in her head, though. You know, like my man just said, have some discipline about this shit.
Yeah.
Have some self-control. You know what I'm saying? Just be thankful that you're the type of woman that attracts that attention like that.
I agree.
But don't let that shit go to your head. Be strong-minded enough to not let that simple ass shit fool you into doing something stupid. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. And I'm gonna hit one last one. Today's women look for men that are just as pretty as they are. They go into it, and then they go into it with these what they want to call Greek gods, these beautiful men, and just like with the man with money, power, and respect, should they be surprised if monogamy becomes a question?
I don't see women wanting to be with the pretty guys. I see the opposite. The more I see a successful black woman, their husband always the dusty dude who got the construction job, or the dude who does you know what I'm saying, who gets out there and grind for a living.
I agree with that.
I hear women complaining about the pretty ass dudes, the prissy ass dudes. They complain about them. They want a man, bro. They want a man.
I get that. Now I have heard some women, talk about that, and then I told one girl, I said, you're trying to be a visual creature. You're not a visual creature. That's not what women do. She got offended. When I said that. I apologize. I like, but generally, women aren't attracted by what they see. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah, because men are visual ones, not the females. Women should fall for a man's actions, not his looks. Men should fall for a woman's looks and not her actions. Because sometimes women may have a woman and she might be a cat out of a box, you know what I'm saying, just buck wild, but he can control her. He can keep her calm or whatever the case may be. So it ain't her actions that gets his attention, it's her looks. So with a guy, for a lot of times with a female, it's what he does that gets her attention, not necessarily what he looks like. So I did think that was unrealistic to think that women are out there looking for the pretty boys.
Yeah, the pretty boys don't know how to do the gutters. They don't know how to do the gutters or cut grass. But We'll talk about that next. We'll talk about that
Yeah,
next
we'll
week,
talk.
man.
We'll talk about that another time, man. And we just want to touch on a couple of things, man, that I've saw that women say that they want or that they're looking for in a man. There's some other things that we could have touched on, but I do want to touch on this. These things are realistic and needs for women. One, protection, physically and mentally. Protect her from anybody that's going to harm her physically. And if you just so happen to be out there doing something that you ain't supposed to do, make sure it don't get to the house. Protect her mentally. Protect her mentally. I would hope that you're not doing anything that's going to get back to her, but make sure things that you do, make sure things that you do outside of her don't cause strife on her or cause extra strife on her because of things that you're out there doing in the street. That's what protection is. Leadership. You got to have a plan. All right. They look to men for leadership, but in order to be a leader, you got to have a plan. And men look for women to be submissive. But in that word submissive, if you break it down, it's sub and missive. Sub, under, missive, the mission. Submission, what is she getting under? She's getting under the mission. She's under supporting your plan. That's what submission is. She's getting under your plan and helping you by supporting you. That's basically all submission is. Really, she's getting under your plan. That's what submission is. Patience. Women generally have more emotional trauma than men have coming through life. Be patient with her. A lot of men are go right now. But sometimes women need patience. Women need patience. And lastly, I say women need to see that you care. And the most prime example of that is, you know me, you know I'm a softy at heart, Duck. The most prime example of showing a woman that you care is in the words of a song by James Ingram. Compliment what she does. Send her roses just because. If it's violin she wants, let them play. And then he goes on to, in your arms tonight, she'll reflect that she owes you the sweetest of debts. She wants to play, then find 100 ways. Show her that you care. Those are the things that you need to do. All this other stuff that we listed out, that's minutia. That's stuff you can throw against the wall. It has no value. The things that I just protection, leadership, patience, and need to see that you care, those are important for maintaining your relationship with your girlfriend and your spouse. How do you feel about that list, man?
Hey, I can dig it. I can dig it. It makes sense because they do need protection. They do need leadership. They are looking for that. You know what I'm saying? They are looking, and that's just the way we're built biologically, men and women. They need somebody to lead them.
Right.
You know, so I totally agree with that. I agree with that.
Patience
Our
and
job is,
need to see that you care.
we have to tell them we care, and I don't get what guys. I don't get. Let me tell you what I do. I I don't ever want to give my mind a reason to go out and sleep with somebody else because I'm choosing not to do something at home. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Come on, man. Let's do this. Put the lights out. Let's do this. No.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
No. Nah, man. You tell them you love them. Tell them you care about them. It's so easy to do. And then, but don't let that be the only thing you do. You got to show them as well. So, and they're such intriguing creatures. These women are. It don't take much to. It don't take much to keep them quiet, Tony.
It
I
don't
swear to God.
take much. It
Men,
don't.
but these punk ass dudes be quick to get an attitude like them women. And
Yeah,
it's like two women sitting up there arguing, but that's another subject for another day, though. You know.
that's something for another day, man. Hey, Doug, man, I appreciate you, man.
No
For
problem.
riding with us, man. Riding with me, man. And as always, man, you know we just take this cruise every Wednesday night, man, and see what we can see, man.
No. Hey, man, thanks for having me again, man. Everybody out there, make sure you share this. Go to go to YouTube, like it, and subscribe to the page, y'all. The more y'all do that, because we got old videos on the YouTube page. YouTube will recognize the algorithm change, and then that helps us out. Once
pushing out
YouTube see
video.
you guys clicking like, yeah. So we want to thank everybody out there for rocking with us. If you guys continue to do so, you're gonna watch the progress because it's gonna get better. It's gonna get funnier and more entertaining. So, Tony, thanks for having me again, brother.
Hey, what you got going on this weekend, man? You got anything big going on?
Not that I can think of right off bat. Today's Wednesday. Not that I can think of. I'm probably at the board. What's going on?
Well, myself, man, y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm out here in Atlanta, man. I'll be doing my thing, man, out here trying to be an actor and whatever have you. So I just wanted to put a note out there for everybody that's in the Atlanta area. If you're looking for something, even if you're not looking for something to do, let me give you something to do. On Saturday, let me put this flyer up here. Bam, there we go. From Tyler Perry's The Oval, Javon Johnson Productions presents Sanctified, a hilarious gospel musical comedy. Saturday, March 5th, 2022 at the Carver College Payne Chapel. That's at 3870 Cascade Road, Southwest Atlanta, Georgia. Showtimes are 2 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. You can get the tickets from Eventbrite. And the reason I'm talking about this particular play is that I am in this play. I play the pastor of the church. I am Pastor Harold P. Jones of East Piney Grove Baptist Church. So you guys might be familiar with Javon Johnson. Down here, Javon Johnson, he plays on Tyler Perry's The Oval. And he is the writer and director and producer of this particular stage play. We are going to have a step performance by the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma and the sisters of Zeta Phi Beta as well. So there's going to be some good entertainment for you this Saturday. So go to Eventbrite, get your ticket now for Sanctified, the stage play. I just wanted to pump that and put that out there real quick. Duck, man, that's it, man. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up here, man. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna look at you next week, bro.
Until then, Nanu. I enjoyed the show, man. Love you, boy. Mansplaining out.
Peace out. That's what's up. Hey, y'all. Y'all know how it goes. Once again, my boy Duckie boy tuning out. Good to have him here. Just to recap real quick, we talked about the 3 officers that have been convicted of felony charges for their inaction on not helping George Floyd on the day that he died. So we're glad to see that justice is served there. And we also talked about some of the things that we hear that some women say that they look for in a mate, and we discussed whether it was realistic or not. Maybe we'll do this again with another list, and maybe we'll invite some women next time, and they can give us a list of what they think, or give us a list of what they look for in a man, and let us tell them whether it's realistic or not. Let's do that. So, ladies, if you have a list, contact us, let us know, and we'll address it, and let's do that next time. I'm your boy Tonyjem. This is Mansplaining, and we are out of here. See you next week.
Mansplaining. Only a man can explain. Mansplaining. Only a man can explain. Mansplaining. Explain.